Welcome to In the Shop, the video series that gives you an inside look at the trusted partners and breakthrough solutions featured in the shop. In each episode, we introduce you to innovators helping dealerships sell more, service better, and work smarter. Whether you're looking to streamline workflows, drive profitability, or enhance the customer experience, you're going to find powerful tools and ideas right here in the shop. And today I'm joined by, once again, another special guest. Ann Barker from Amazon Business joins in the shop to talk about how dealerships can simplify purchasing, save money, and improve efficiency using tools they already trust. How are you today, Ann?
I'm well, thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Looking forward to getting some information from you and turning it into all of those answered questions that the dealers often have. So I want to start with your thoughts on the biggest purchasing challenges that dealers are facing today.
Well, that's a great question. I think in working with so many dealerships over the years, what we hear is that there are very fragmented buying processes across multi-level rooftop dealer groups. And they're really looking to simplify the buying process. They're looking to simplify how they are, executing and then approving purchases, how they're controlling costs. And Amazon Business allows them to do that really through one platform.
Mm-hmm. And when you talk about that, because dealers all love it when there's some simplicity brought into their world, can you speak a little bit to how that Amazon Business does that very thing for dealers, just making the purchase of everyday essentials a lot easier?
Sure. Well, our platform really allows the dealerships to simplify the purchasing process across departments. So what we hear often is that many departments are using, or even different locations are using different vendors for different things. And so the power of the Amazon Business Marketplace really allows the dealerships to identify based on department or job function or even budget or user profile what these employees are allowed to purchase. And it helps to simplify the buying process by streamlining all of those purchases into one centralized platform where they have special pricing, they have the reliability of the Amazon delivery supply chain, and they also have the ability to sort of customize what their employees are able to purchase. So it really does simplify what they have access to, the budget that they are supposed to buy within. It gives the dealership the controls that they need to really identify a better buying experience and create that symmetry across departments, across locations, across states, if you will. So it is a great way to create this unified buying process, which is very efficient and cost effective for all of their locations.
So curious to know, and I know that dealers would be thinking this too, some of the maybe what they could expect in terms of the types of or kinds of savings that they're going to see with Amazon Business.
Sure, that's a great question. And the beauty of the business marketplace, what makes it a little bit different from just the regular Amazon consumer marketplace, is that we do offer special business pricing to our business customers. So on average, it's about 9 to 12%. But what we've been seeing with the FordDirect program is that it's a little bit of a higher average. We're averaging 10 to 15% with the hundreds of dealerships that have already taken advantage of this program. So we do have special Business Prime memberships for our Ford and Lincoln authorized dealers, and that also includes special business pricing on a large selection of products.
That's excellent. One of the things that I noticed when I was preparing to have this conversation is that there is a tax-exempt program element, and I was hoping that you would maybe explain how that tax-exempt program benefits the dealers.
Sure. This is a unique feature to the Amazon Business Marketplace as well. And this provides the ability for the dealerships to take advantage of immediate tax savings on any qualified purchases. We have state specific compliance handling. So the dealerships are able to upload tax exemption certificates, and it helps them manage this process and this benefit, if you will. In addition to that, we have detailed tax reporting that sort of simplifies that audit process that dealerships are sometimes looking into. We do require a one-time verification process, so this makes it simple and easy, and we are able to really centralize how the dealerships are managing their tax exemptions across different states, across different types of purchasings, and it keeps an automated record of that within your account.
Time management is a big issue for a lot of dealers. And some of them, they just get so busy in the day to day that before you know it, they're burning hours that they don't have to burn. And I was wondering if you would share some insight from your perspective on how much time you guys see dealers that are wasting because of this desire or effort that they put into managing multiple vendor accounts, and maybe share also with us how Amazon Business is helping dealers get that kind of time back.
Sure. So time management is obviously really important to all of us in the business environment. We're all sort of being asked to do a lot of different things these days. And I think what we see from a dealer perspective is that the benefit in using the Amazon Business Marketplace is helping them to reduce the time spent on just securing items that they need to run the dealership on a day-to-day basis. Believe it or not, even in 2025, we see people still, sending an employee in their own personal vehicle to a Costco or a Sam's Club or something of that nature, a big box store, and then coming back with everything from snacks to janitorial supplies to items for the, office locations. And the Amazon Business Marketplace will bring all of these things directly to you in a very easy user experience kind of friendly way. So that right there saves time from keeping an employee at the dealership doing what you need them to do, really focusing on their primary job function. And we sort of reduce the stress that is involved with trying to maintain some of the necessities that are required in the dealership itself. And believe it or not, this stretches across multi-departments. So because the Amazon Business Marketplace has hundreds of thousands of sellers, and many of them are trying to identify other businesses to sell to, so it's a B2B true experience. We have a huge selection in the automotive parts, if you will, vertical. So a lot of the service stations within the dealerships are using us as well for replacement parts, spare parts, things of that nature. And so that also becomes a time management benefit where the service managers can also take advantage of the business marketplace when they need a part or a product and they can't find it elsewhere. Oftentimes they can find it from Amazon Business, and so that right there is another way that we're helping them. So all in all, it is reducing the time spent on just buying everyday essentials. It is helping them sort of automate the buying process because we have approval workflows built in. We have budget controls built in. We even have the ability for these dealerships to truly curate what is approved and what is not approved for purchase. So that helps. And also in the reconciliation process, right? So business accounts can be set up on invoicing or set up on, a company purchase card. And that helps with the time spent on reconciliation. So this all encompasses, how to better manage the vendors that they're working with and help save time associated with working with those vendors.
Yeah, I was just going to ask a little bit about like kind of some of the specific job roles inside the dealership. If there are area office managers, fixed ops personnel, directors there. If there's certain features within the Amazon business offering that maybe is more of a time savings component for them versus other roles. And I think that's, you just shared a lot that's very interesting. I think that maybe dealers don't recognize on the surface that there are some specific roles within their operation that are definitely going to benefit from Amazon Business being on board. So how does Amazon Business help like a general manager, controllers in terms of enforcing? Maybe they've got rules around how they spend, budget maintenance, and like visibility. They always love that kind of transparent visibility across the operation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So in a dealership, right, you have different employees that are doing different job functions, and you may want them to have a different level of access or permission, if you will, to purchase what they need, to do their job and to do it effectively. So we find that we have different user roles that are very beneficial to helping to really maintain a compliant buying process within your organizational structure. So controllers, they might have a different level of permission and access to the account. Oftentimes, they're administrators on the account, as well as office managers or finance individuals. So they want to be able to see all of the activity within the account. They may be able to purchase with a higher level of authority. So maybe they don't have budget controls on them because they're purchasing for the entire dealership or multiple locations. So they might need a higher level of authority. Then we can go all the way down to individual users where they may need to only be able to purchase on a very minimal basis. So they might have to send all of their orders in for approval. They may have a purchase authority of up to, let's say, $500. And then if they exceed that $500, then it has to route for approval. It is very customizable so that based on your job function and your level of permission, you can sort of customize and curate the proper structure to maintain control and compliance within your dealership.
Let's talk a little bit about reporting tools. Maybe speak to that. Like, what reporting tools are built in for, especially the people that are going to care the most, which is going to be a controller, if they have a CFO, whoever is in that equivalent seat. What exists for those folks to be able to track spend and compliance related issues?
So this is really one of the super unique elements of Amazon Business versus just using consumer Amazon. We have built-in live spending dashboards, and we have policy structures so that if there's somebody that's buying out of compliance, there would be a notification sent to an administrator or their approver, if you will. We have spend analysis reports, so you can kind of see what did you purchase this year versus last year, and did those prices fluctuate up or down? Are you saving more or less? How much have you saved, let's say, on shipping this calendar year? What does that look like? How many discounts have you received from bulk purchases or from your Business Prime subscription? These things all add up, and the reporting is very transparent within the Amazon Business account. So we have a spend analytics dashboard. These are also customizable. There's multiple dashboards. And you can actually create ones that are unique just to your specific location if this is something that you want to see. And so this just helps to create the visibility and control that many dealerships are looking for, but they don't have today if they are using multiple vendors or if they're sending employees out with a company credit card to a location to purchase things and then bring them back to the store. That type of reporting doesn't exist, right? So this is a real streamlined way to look at what are all of these indirect spend purchases that are taking place today and how much is going towards these things and what can we try to better manage and better control? And then on the other side, what are the benefits from the pricing discounts and the operational efficiencies that are occurring within that spend? So these are all great monitoring tools and easy to access, very user friendly.
Excellent. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fixed ops side of dealers and how Amazon Business supports the service department and the technicians there on a day-to-day basis.
Sure. So, it's been a really interesting evolution. I think we started down the path of working with dealerships, thinking more along the lines of break room items, janitorial supplies, office supplies, those basics. And what we have found over time is that a lot of dealerships are using us in the service bays as well, just because we have this tremendous selection from, again, hundreds of thousands of sellers that are offering OEM products or replacement and spare parts through the Amazon Business Marketplace. So it makes it really easy to find what you need at usually a level of inventory that may not exist elsewhere, or it may be able to help when it may take too long from a primary vendor to get a certain product. Oftentimes you can get it within a couple of days on the Amazon Business Marketplace. And if you just think about the breadth of selection that is required to service all different types of vehicles, we have everything from tires to floor mats to, replacement seat belts. I mean, just all kinds of different parts that you wouldn't necessarily think of available through the marketplace. So it's just a great added benefit for the service bays as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of dealers are starting to find a deeper appreciation for the Amazon business space inside their operations. And I know from talking with dealers that they oftentimes are surprised at what you were just talking about is the number of items that are available that are even automotive specific that that they actually can inspire a lot of the things that they decide to do with the program. And so definitely excited for dealers to be learning more about it. The last thing I wanted to ask you about is really kind of more of an open-ended, from your perspective, why does it matter so much for it to be available inside the shop?
Well, I think it is it's a wonderful partnership that we've built with FordDirect. We are so proud of this partnership and the hundreds of dealerships that have already taken advantage of the program, because it really does simplify the purchasing process across departments, across locations. It does give the dealerships access to business only pricing and special discounts if they're going to make a bulk purchase, for example. We haven't really talked much about that, but some dealerships are making high volume, frequent purchases of the same product. And by using the Amazon Business Marketplace, we can help you sort of drive those costs down. We do have a bulk buy feature that is it's really easy to use. You actually put in the quantity of a particular item that you need. Let's say the dealership is undergoing a remodel and you need office chairs. You can select the office chair that you would like, and you can put in the number that you need, and it will essentially send out a bid request to all of the different sellers that have that particular product. And then they'll respond and they'll say, okay, we can lower this price to X. And then we actually load that price into your account, and you are able to take advantage of it for up to the next 30 days. So that's a really nice feature as well. And then, of course, everybody loves Amazon for our reliable supply chain and our speed to delivery. which, in some markets, you can get things as quick as the same day. In other markets, it might be 1 to 2 days for prime eligible items. And then, of course, I know we talked about the approval workflows and the budget controls that are available. So that makes it really easy to try to control cost and also drive visibility. And then last but not least, that tax exemption program, which allows dealerships to take advantage of getting their tax exempt benefits on eligible purchases right within their account. And then, the spend reporting and analytics that are all built in as well, which makes the account really super user friendly and easy for controllers, finance, GMs, or owners even to see exactly what is going in or out from the dealership.
Yeah, I love it. Another really great opportunity for dealers as they browse the shop and look at some of these different options out there. This is certainly one I'm sure I already know because I've heard from you guys that dealers are really enjoying having this as one of the options. This has been a great conversation, and I appreciate you taking some time for it. To the audience, well, thanks again for joining us in the shop. If you're ready to learn even more or take the next step with Amazon Business, head to theshop.com. It's your go-to marketplace for Ford dealers, Lincoln retailers, and more. We will be back with more episodes featuring the trusted partners, just like Ann and Amazon Business Team, who help you run smarter, drive growth, and stay ahead in an ever-changing market. So until next time, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. We'll see you back here soon in the shop.